Can you guys hear me all right? Facebook, can you guys hear me? Hello? There we go. It's up and running. Cool. All right. So we're going to talk about how to stop self sabotage forever. How to stop self sabotage forever. All right. So the biggest reason that people get out of shape is they or let themselves go is their mindset. All right. The biggest reason that people get out of shape or let themselves go is always going to be their mindset. Like, guys, I get it. Life happens. Life happens, right? Your family, it's going to be your family. It's going to be your friends, kids. Like, shit happens. I get it, guys. But there comes a point where you feel like you don't deserve to look or feel a certain way. Who here has felt that before? Say me. Say me in the comments. Who here felt like, man, I just don't deserve to look like this. Like, who do I think that I am? Like, I don't that I actually get to have a six pack or walk around in that bikini or wear this shirt or wear these clothes. And like, who do I think I am? Right? Something happened along the way that allowed you to lower your standards. Something happened along the way that allowed you to lower your standards. All right. This is going to be offensive for some people. So hang on tight. All right. If you're sensitive, then you can leave because we're about to hurt some feelings. Something that happened along the way in your fitness journey, guys, that allowed you to lower your standard. And like for most of us, it's our surroundings. Straight up, it's like negative friends. You have a spouse that doesn't agree with you, right? That doesn't care about your fitness journey. A partner, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, friends, like friends that are just talking shit instead of supporting you, family that's just talking shit instead of supporting you. Like, how many times have you guys ever heard, like, why are you doing this fitness thing? Like, you already look fine. You look good. Like, why are you doing this? And guys, if you are talking to five people that are not in good shape, okay, that don't take care of their health, that don't prioritize working out, and they use their kids and their family and their job as an excuse for why they got fat, sloppy, and out of shape, all right, guess what? You're going to be the sixth person. You're about to be the sixth person. All right. And for a lot of you guys, like, this might come and this might stem from your childhood. This might stem from your childhood. Let me know if this sounds familiar. Just if you're watching live, just say sounds familiar or say me in the comments. Let me know if some of this stuff sounds familiar right now. I've always been a big girl. I've always been the fat kid. I'm not meant to have a six pack. I'm not meant to look like this. I'm big boned. All right. Or the one that I hate hearing the most, the one that I hate hearing the most is I have bad genetics. All right. I got bad genetics. Now, like, can you make some progress with this? Like, with this mindset and with this thinking? Like, absolutely. All right. You can, but it's not going to last long. All right. So, who else here, like, who's this hitting with right now? Who else has fell down this road before? You got satisfied, you hit your goal, and then you started going backwards, right? You started going backwards. You gained a few pounds, like your clothes, we're still fitting all right. But then you slowly let it slip because like you deep down inside, you never actually felt like you deserved it in the first place. Like you never felt like you deserved that six pack. Like maybe you've had a six pack, maybe you've been in great shape before at one point in your life, right? I know I hear it all the time, like, when I was in college or when I was in high school, I used to be able to do all these things. Well, like, guess what? You're not anymore. All right. You're not anymore. All right. But maybe along the way, after high school, after being in your quote unquote best shape of your life, you did a workout program, or you maybe lost 10 pounds or 15 pounds or 20 pounds. You started fit, and then you hit your goal, and then you started going backwards. You gained a few pounds, and you're like, it's all right. It's only 2 pounds. It's only 3 pounds. I know how to reverse this. And then you slowly started letting it slip out of your hands because you never felt like you deserved it. And before you knew it, you were 20 pounds overweight. You're like 10, 20, 15, 30 pounds overweight. All right. Is this resonating with you right now? Like, I know this, guys, because like I used to have similar conversations with myself. Like, I'll never have the look I want. All right. I'll never, like, a six pack is just not meant for me. A six pack is not meant for me. Right. Maybe it's my genetics. I've said that bullshit too. Right. And then sure enough, I'd get really, really close. I'd get super close. And then I'd find some way to ruin my progress. I'd start seeing like maybe some abs or maybe some definition. And then I'd always find a way to ruin my progress, to sabotage my progress. Because like deep down inside, I felt like I never deserved it. Right. I felt like I never deserved it. Like, who am I? Who am I to like walk around with the six pack? Right? Who am I to do this? And a lot of you are doing the same thing. Now, I want to talk to you guys about like the difference of when you do change your mindset. All right? When you do change your mindset, you start changing the way you think, and I'm going to give you some habits and some things to do today, all right? That you can apply right away. So, you start changing from like I don't know if I can keep this up, right? How many people here have lost like 10, 15, 20 pounds? And then you're like, I don't know if I could keep this up. This is tough. This is going to be rough. How can I live this lifestyle? Right? All that negative shit starts popping in your head. So I want to change you from I don't know if I can keep this up to like let me see how far I can take it. Let me see how far I can take this. Let's take this to the next level. All right? You go from how you like used to feel as far as like not thinking you deserve it, going back into your old ways, sabotaging your progress because you got too comfortable, right? To pushing into like a newer version of you. Okay. And then like finally coming to the realization that like you are doing this. Not not like let me see how far I can get. Let me see what I can do. Like you are doing this. You are that person. All right. And then once you come to that conclusion, like you see how much further that you can take it. You see how much further you can take it. So guys, you have to like I want to tell you about one of my clients that like was going through this, all right? So one of my clients, Connie was fucking crushing it. All right. Connie was killing it with her transformation journey. She was like, we finally taught her how to eat for her goals. She didn't know, like, she wasn't aware of how much to eat. We got her eating for her goals. She was training consistently. And then, like, all of a sudden, she just stopped, right? Nothing was working for her. She just stopped. I was like, what's going on? We had a few conversations. Like, as a coach, part of my job is to call you out on your BS and just be like, yo, what's going on? Are you tracking your food? Like, what's going on with your food? Oh, I swear I'm eating everything. I'm telling you what, I'm hitting my macros. I'm hitting my goals. I'm hitting what you told me to hit, and then her workouts, she was hitting her workouts still. Then her cardio started slipping. So like we had a conversation and I was like, Connie, what's going on? Like, because at this point, Connie had lost like 20 to 25 pounds, maybe 30 pounds. But I believe she lost around 25 pounds around this time that we're talking about right now. And she lost a bunch of weight and then just like came to a halt for like 3, 4 weeks. And I was like, what's going on? So I was like, Connie, like, what? Because I always ask this question before clients join the program. I always ask them like what their goals are, what they want to accomplish, what they want to look like, what they want to feel like. And like we were not at her goal yet. We had another good like 15 to 20 pounds to lose. And I was like, Connie, are you satisfied where you're at? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. Like, to be honest with you, fatty, like, I just don't know if I want to continue dropping fat and dropping weight. And like, if that deep down inside, if that's really what she wants, then I would have left it there. But like, I could sense some hesitation, and I'm like, what's really going on? Talk to me. And what was happening is that she was hearing things from her family, right? She was hearing all these voices in her head from her family. Her family, let me know if this is relatable. Her family started telling her, like, you're getting too skinny. You don't need to continue eating like that. You don't need to work out like that. Like, you already look fine. She comes from a Mexican household, so like that, all that, like if you come from that type of a household, you already know like the conversations that happen. And she's like, I feel, you look fine. You're getting too skinny. Oh my gosh, you're going to wither away. And like she was hearing all of that stuff. So because of that, she started going backwards. Right? She started going backwards. She started like slowly sabotaging her progress. And it went from like overeating a little bit to overeating a lot. And we went from like losing weight to maintaining weight to she started gaining weight. Is that relatable? Who here felt like Connie at one point? Who here has felt like Connie at one point in their fitness journey? Guys, your surroundings are going to be everything. Your surroundings are going to be everything when it comes to your transformation journey, as I mentioned earlier. Like, this is why at Real Results Fitness, like, we do have a community of clients that are in the trenches with you, all right, that are going through the same thing that you're going through or have already been there, right? This is the number one thing that I think is like the best part of our program. Um, is the fact that they are you're surrounded around like-minded people. All right, you're surrounded around like-minded people. So after having this conversation with Connie, like, I told her, I said, at the end of the day, like, are you doing this for you or are you doing this for them? Because if you're doing this for them, then like we could just stop this conversation here. But if you really want to get to the next level, to what you originally told me that you wanted to accomplish, then we have to keep pushing, right? That's part of my job as a coach, is to get them out of their comfort zone, right? And guys, you have to change your mindset of thinking like, I know you guys, I know that I hate even saying that word out loud because it's like thrown around the internet like all the time. It's like mindset. You got to change your fucking mindset. But it's true. All right? It's true. And it could be from like journaling, right? It could be from like journaling. It could be from writing down daily affirmations. But like at the end of the day, you have to remember, this is what I got into it for, right? I got into it so I can feel this way. And you have to, like, every step of the journey, I tell my clients this all the time, like every 5 pounds is, you're gonna feel like a different version of yourself. Like, you lose 5 pounds, you're gonna feel like a different version of yourself. You're gonna lose another 5 pounds, you're gonna feel like a different version of yourself. All right. And then you have to, here's the key, guys, is like you have to act like that future version of yourself, of who you want to be. Okay. So I share this example all the time, but like The Rock and J Lo, I always use those two. You guys could insert whatever celebrity or body or whatever that you wanna think of. But like, how does The Rock act, or how does J Lo act? Right? Like, do you think like J Lo goes and gets shit faced on weekends, and that's how she has the body that she does, or like The Rock just like gets hammered? Right. And at the slightest form of, the slightest view of temptation, he's just like eating everything in sight? Or do you think like he's staying disciplined and he's remembering like what his goals are from the start? Is this making sense, guys? And you have to change your thinking of this. Here's the biggest thing of, I also hear from clients that are kind of starting their fitness journey and are breaking out of that mold of who they used to be, right? Because like, here's the thing, guys, is like, you've been stuck. If you have gained 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds over the years, like, it's not going to take you 4 to 6 weeks to like just get back into the flow of things, right? You've built bad habits in that amount of time period. So it's going to take time, and a lot of times you're going to have like imposter syndrome, and you're going to start feeling that you're going backwards. And you have to stop thinking of like, let's see what happens. Let me just do this and see what happens, right? Like instead of let's see what happens, like you have to tell yourself like, I'm going to achieve the look I want. I'm going to do this no matter what, and I'm going to find a way to make it happen, right? Without giving up, without every single time that like life is beating me up, right? Life is beating you up, or whatever the hell is going on in your life. All right. If you are folding at the slightest form of like a challenge, then that just means that you didn't want it bad enough, right? If every single time there's like a challenge, right? Whether that be you getting yelled at work, or you fighting with your significant other, or your kids driving you crazy, right? Or your friends talking shit about you, or somebody talking shit about you on social media because you posted a selfie or whatever, right? And then you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to do this anymore." Then you just didn't want it bad enough in the first place, okay? But instead of thinking about like outside factors, of why do I, like, why is this person's opinion affecting me so bad? Like, I'm not doing this for my family that's telling me that you look skinny, or you look fine, or you're eating too much, right? Or you're not eating enough, you're starving yourself. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this because I didn't feel comfortable in my body. And I want you guys to remember that every single time that you're going through your fitness journey, and you want to give up and you're falling backwards, right? You have to find a way, and like the way is like not giving up, right? There's nobody on this planet that works out consistently, that makes like 90% good choices of healthy choices of nutrition. You might not know everything about nutrition, but you know enough to get by, all right? You know that if you have funnel cakes, like three funnel cakes and two slices of pizza and a beer, that's probably not the best, not the healthiest choice, right? But if you're making good decisions 90% of the time, you're working out consistently 3 to 4 times a week, it's going to be very hard to get extremely out of shape, right? And you have to like not give up. You have to make smarter decisions along the way. And you have to remember every single time, like every single time that you have a roadblock in the way, you have to remember why you started this in the first place. All right. Stop. Like, you can't wait for this perfect time. All right. You can't wait for like after summer or when the new year hits. Like, how many people have had New Year's resolutions and have not followed through yet? Right. How many of you have started a New Year's resolution and you were worse than when you started? There's never going to be a perfect time. All right. You have to push through, and you have to adapt to every scenario and every circumstance the life is going to give you. All right. That is it for today's challenge. That is it. Day two in the books. Day two is in the books. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay. If you are in the group, if you are in the group, tonight's homework. All right. Tonight's homework. I want you to write down 2 to 3 limiting. Let's just do 2 for now. I want you to write down 2 self-limiting beliefs that have been stopping you from achieving your goals. All right. I want you to write down 2 self-limiting beliefs that have been stopping you from achieving your goals. And I'm going to comment on every single one's post and tell you how to get over it. All right. That's it, guys. Hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.